Hello everybody and welcome back to Sam's Finance, where I talk about all things personal finance, sometimes related to Germany, and so it is today, because today I'm looking at the German checking accounts comparison for 2021, and I'm going to find out, or we are together going to find out, the best free German checking account for or in 2021. We're going to look at all the banks and accounts that are displayed on here. We're going to go through all of them in no particular order, and we're going to start right now with the Comdirect bank. So we're going to go through this first one very detailed together, and then I'm going to skip through the other ones pretty quickly. Just press pause if you want to know more details, but I'm going to point out the most important bits and pieces. So the Comdirect is a direct bank, or so-called, sometimes called internet bank, of the mother Commerzbank, and it's a German bank. So since I said in the beginning, we are only looking at free checking accounts, with no account fees, no monthly account fees. This free account is possible with Comdirect if you at least have 700 euros monthly coming in, or you have you make at least 3 payments a month, or you make 1 broker trade a month, savings plan, for example, because Comdirect also offers a broker account, or you are under 28 years old. Then the Comdirect account is free. There's no balance interest anymore. I'm going to tell you this is the case for all of the accounts we're going to look at today. And then you get 2 kinds of cards. You get a Visa debit card and a Giro card. The Giro card is, I believe, a pretty unique thing in Germany. The acceptance within Germany is higher than the acceptance of any kind of credit card. So there are some businesses that only accept Giro cards, or as we call it in Germany, EC-Karte, EC card, electronic cash card. So that it's good that you get this here as well. And on the other hand, of course, the Visa debit credit card. So no true credit card, but a debit credit card. That's standard. You will see that with all the other ones, or most of the other accounts as well. Then Google Pay and Apple Pay are available. Android and iOS app are available. There are no sub-accounts available with this account. Sub-accounts are, you can use them to save for a specific project or for something like a holiday. This is not possible with Comdirect, but it's a very traditional kind of bank. So there's no real fancy app, but the app is okay. And then let's go through to the money withdrawals domestic. So in Germany, you're going to use the Visa debit credit card for that, and then you get three money withdrawals free per month at all ATMs with a Visa sign, which should be most of them. And then for any more, so for the 4th and 5th and 6th money withdrawal a month, it's 4.90 each. You can also take money withdrawals with the Giro debit card, and you can do that at all 9,000 cash group ATMs in Germany, and there it's unlimited, so not just 3 times. So basically in Germany it makes sense to use the Giro card for money withdrawals. Then when it comes to money deposits in Germany, of course, you get 3 deposits free per year, so not per month. Watch out, it's just 3 per year at all Commerzbank ATMs, and 4.90 for each next. So you will see that money deposit is a difficult topic with most of the accounts we're going to go through, but three a year is not bad, but also not very good. But at least it's something. Then what I'm always pointing out is the foreign currency fee. So if you travel to the USA, for example, and in the USA we have the US dollar, of course, and you pay your gas tank with the Visa debit card, for example, then even though you're paying with the card, you are being charged 1.75% foreign currency fee. Yeah, so that's on all purchases and transactions you make in a foreign currency, and that's not too good. Yeah, there are accounts which we will see that are way cheaper or that have no foreign currency fee at all. I advise you to stick around to the end because we're going to see the most attractive accounts in my point of view at the end. Then money withdrawals in the EU and with and talking about euro, you should only use the Visa debit card, and then you have again 3 money withdrawals free per month at all Visa Sign ATMs, and $4.90 for each next. So basically the same as we saw with the domestic ones. And then internationally, you have you're going to use the Visa debit card, 3 monthly free withdrawals at Visa Sign ATMs, and $4.90 for each next. So that means actually it could make sense for you to rather going back to the USA holiday. So if you would pay this gas tank with US dollars cash that you just withdrawed in the US, which you can do for free 3 times a month, so then you could actually get around this 1.75 foreign currency fee, because that only applies to the use of your credit card. And that's very unique for Comdirect, that it's actually in some cases it makes sense to rather pay with cash than with the card. Okay, so I hope you got the basic details that we're going through here. And what I will focus on is, of course, this foreign currency fee, then the money withdrawals domestically, especially. And we nearly forgot the other features. So you can also get a Visa credit card, a true credit card, for €1.90 per month. You have free real-time bank wires, and you have a line of credit, or you can get a line of credit. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. And in the end, I will say, I will tell you what I think is most likely the best solution. There is no generally best solution because everybody's different. Everybody has different needs and different habits also. Yeah, so stick around. Next up is Tomorrow Bank. It's a pretty new bank focused on being green and making green investments and setting off your CO2 footprint and protecting the rainforest and so on. Actually, I think their offer is pretty compelling, with the exception of you don't get a gyro card. It's not that bad anymore. And it's not possible to do money deposits at all. So you're gonna have to live with that, or you have to find some kind of workaround. There is no foreign currency fee, which is very nice. Just the little pain are money withdrawals internationally, because they're never for free. You get 3 times a month kind of for free, but you still have to pay 1.5% foreign currency fee. So if you withdraw $100, for example, you then would have to pay $1.5 in fees, and you can only do that 3 times a month. After these 3 times a month, you have to pay €2 plus 1.5% foreign fee. So going back to the €100, you would pay $3.50 in transaction fees for your money withdrawal. Yeah, so that's that's the major flaw here. Maybe it depends on you, of course. Maybe the money deposit is also important to you, then that's another flaw. But there are 2 sub accounts, so you can play around with that. And then that's the only bank that for every euro you spend, they protect 1 square meter of rainforest. And they promise all kinds of things, that they are not investing your money into fossil energies and weapons. So it's a green bank. And they have instant transactions between tomorrow customers only. Yeah, so but that's pretty standard with all these fintech banks. So, and going back to the fintech version, fintech means that most of these fintechs, don't have an own banking license. That's why it says no license there. And so they have to collude with a partner that has a banking license. And in that case, it's the Solaris Bank from Germany. And yeah, I think that's all trustworthy. I think we talked about tomorrow enough. So that's their offer. Then coming to Open Bank, part of Santander Group. Spanish origin. It is okay, but so for a direct comparison to the Tomorrow Bank, I like Tomorrow Bank better than Open Bank, because they have a foreign currency fee, which is not really unnecessary, and it seems like it's going to be very hard to do money withdrawals internationally, so overseas, because you can only use Santander ATMs. But okay, those you can use free and unlimited, but overseas there are not very much Santander ATMs. So you want to check that. And there are no sub accounts, which is not too bad, but would have been nice. Just 1 card again. Yeah, so I don't really see why one should go for the Open Bank. But everything I say here, just as a reminder, before you get yourself an account at any of these services, please do your own research again and check if the terms have changed or if I made a mistake. Also, you can let me know that. And then we will move on to the mother of Open Bank, which is Santander. Basically a similar problem or a similar offer also. Yeah, again, foreign currency fees there. They have money withdrawals internationally. Also at other ATMs than just Santander ATMs, but it's not really too compelling in my point of view. Yeah, so we're going to move on to Vivid Money. It's also a new fintech, again partnered with Solaris Bank, and they kind of try to combine N26 as a checking account with something like Trade Republic, a brokerage account. But the emphasis here is on trying. Yeah, they recently only started. I think they have some nice ideas. For example, they have 15 sub-accounts with each separate IBANs, so account numbers, which is pretty nice, and it's the most you can get on this selection I displayed here. But the topic of money withdrawals, no matter if it's domestic or EU or international, is actually also the same for everything. Is okay, yeah. You have to make a minimum of a 50 euro withdrawal, and then 200 euros a month are free, yeah, at Visa ATMs. And the next are at least €1 or 3% of the amount you are withdrawing. And at least it's easy, yeah. When I was researching all of these accounts, I figured that it's not only important to get the service with the best conditions, but also with the easiest rules, yeah. Some of the accounts were so tricky to know which card you have to use and It's always different between domestic, EU, and international, and they change it around, and they have different account models. So Vivid is easy. They have a few unique things like the sub accounts. They have stock rewards. They have you can also hold 40 foreign currencies, which is also interesting, but is not really the main focus here. And at least they don't have any foreign currency fee, yeah, which is nice. Then next is Moniz. It's a fintech from UK. Here, for example, it stands out that you don't get a card anymore. In this case, a MasterCard debit card for free. What you get for free is the virtual card that you can use in Google Pay or Apple Pay. But if you want to get a real card, you have to pay about €5 in a delivery fee once, which is not too bad. But just yeah, this is how far we have come with all these negative interest rates and so on. Then here the conditions about money withdrawing are pretty straightforward. Unfortunately, no money deposit possible. They don't really have a foreign currency fee, except if you transact more than 2,000 euros a month. After that, it's 2%, but I think in most cases, for most holidays or so on, you should be able to work with that. But sometimes could be tricky. You have to know for yourself. Then next up is Fidor Bank. Now with Fidor Bank, it got pretty complicated. So let's first things first. They also don't include any physical card, and then it's getting interesting because they don't include a physical card. You can get one for €1 a month, which is quite much in my point of view. It's like €12 a year. So it's not a once-off fee, but a subscription, which doesn't make sense in my point of view. And then, because you don't have a physical card as standard, how are you going to withdraw money? Because most ATMs in Germany, or that I know, don't allow you to withdraw money just with by using Google Pay or Apple Pay. Yeah, so basically they have a Fidor Cash retail app where you can get cash from retail. And talking of that, that's a perfect transition with money withdrawals domestically. I don't put that on all slides, but what is important to know in Germany is if you go shopping at Aldi, Lidl, Rewe, all kinds of supermarkets, they offer you to take up to 200 euros in cash for free as long as you bought items from them worth more than 5 or 10 euros. So I can really recommend that. They can even give you coins, which you can't get at ATMs. So if you need coins for washing machines or so on, that's a perfect solution. And yeah, I use that quite often, and it's for free always. You can use that with all kinds of banks. Sometimes you need a gyro card for this. Sometimes these retailers only accept gyro cards to do this, so no credit cards. But for example, Aldi, I know I know the conditions from Aldi perfectly. They only need you to buy stuff or groceries worth 5 euros from them, and then you can withdraw up to 200 euros for free when you by using a credit card or a gyro card. So basically, Aldi is a great ATM. And if you only need this ATM service, but you don't really need anything to buy, then I recommend you just buy a simple gift card or something like that, or some Aldi Talk voucher if you're with them or something like that. And that's a good workaround in my point of view. So keep that in mind. not just for Fido Bank, for all of the models we discussed today. That's all of the accounts that we discussed today. That's always a viable option for domestic money withdrawals. And then here, yeah, with Fido Bank, yeah, you basically don't really get around this €1 card fee if you want to withdraw money. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So yeah, let's move on. Next up is Consorsbank. It's very similar to the Comdirect Bank, which we had at first, but between Consorsbank and Comdirect Bank, I would certainly prefer Comdirect here, because Consorsbank has a 2.1% foreign currency fee. There are no money deposits possible at all. And also the conditions to get a free account are a little bit harder. Yeah. So if you remember with Consorsbank, with Comdirect, sorry, you could also just make something like 11 transactions a month and you were fine. But here you really have to get in 700 euros or be below 28 years old. Otherwise it's not free. And here also the Gyro card is not free, but optional, and it costs €1 per month. Yeah. Next up is Norris Bank, and I'm going to tell you, I read a lot of good things about Norris Bank and their offers, but their offers and their pricing structure seemed so complicated to me. I really tried. I got to say, I really tried. But here, as you can see down here in the end, there are so many models and differences between the models. I couldn't figure out what does it cost, and it's changing every few months. So that's all I'm going to say about Norris Bank. I think they could have in some cases a nice offer, but you got to check that out for yourself. I couldn't. Good luck. Then we have Revolut, which is not a real checking account, I gotta be honest. And because it's a fintech from UK, you don't get a German IBAN now, so that might be relevant to you if you want to use it to get your wage on there every month. Might be pretty weird to have a IBAN from Lithuania. So just pointing it out here. Also, no cards included, but once-off fees. And the thing about Revolut, of course, is you can hold up to 25 currencies. It's a true fintech. It's a real fintech bank. You have cheap international or sometimes free international wire transfers. You have no foreign currency fee. The money withdrawals are always the same, no matter if you're domestic or international, because it's a UK bank. So Germany is kind of international already. It's not bad, but it's also not very good. So that's what I figured. Next up, very similar, is Wise, former TransferWise. Also no real checking account. I don't think they have a German IBAN currently, so same with Revolut. I couldn't really figure that out. But yeah, their strengths are somewhere else. They have, you can hold up to 56 currencies there. They have the cheapest international wire transfers. And the withdrawal rates are pretty much the same compared to Revolut. Yeah. Then we have ING. Let's see if I skipped anything. No, we have ING, and that's where it slowly is getting interesting. The biggest con here, I would say, is the foreign currency fee. What is the biggest strength of this account is you have 2 cards, and it's good for domestic money handling. Yeah, money handling. ING is the best bank for depositing cash, and also for withdrawing cash domestically. Internationally, so meaning outside of the EU, it's not the best option in terms of cash, yeah, because you pay 1.75% foreign currency fee when withdrawing cash, so there are no free withdrawals. And also when using the credit card, it's not a true credit card again here, it's a debit card. Then you also have to pay 1.99% in foreign currency fees every time you make a transaction in a foreign currency, and it's a minimum fee of €1 also. Yeah. So ING, not the best, except if you really want to deal with a lot of cash in Germany, no matter if it's depositing or withdrawing. If you want to withdraw and deposit cash all the time, go for ING, it's the best option we have. Next up is N26, or also called number 26. It's a German fintech. It's basically the German fintech, and it holds its own license by now, own banking license. And there's not much to argue about number 26 actually. Yeah, they even offer money deposits with. They have a retail corporation, so. Remember I talked about withdrawing cash from supermarkets, and with number 26 you can not only withdraw cash from supermarkets but also deposit your cash at supermarkets. Of course it's not free, but it's a 1.5% fee. I think that's fine. You have at least 3 ways how you can withdraw money domestically with your MasterCard, and then you have 3 to 5 free withdrawals a month on any ATM. 3 to 5 because there's also you always get 3 and some customers get 5 if you have a monthly money inflow of more than €1,000, I believe. Then there's also no foreign currency fee. And the only real con, I would say, about number 26, or the thing that's not perfect, is money withdrawals internationally, because you can not get free money withdrawals internationally. Yeah, it's 1.7%. Also, I think that's fair. Also compared to number ING, here it was 1.75. Here we have 1.7. Or sometimes, so for example, if you withdraw €500 internationally in a foreign currency, it makes sense to rather use the optional Maestro debit card. So the Maestro debit card is kind of like a Giro card, but not really. And because then you only pay a flat fee of €2 for your withdrawals. Yeah, here it's 1.7%. Of course, you can figure out that in some cases, or with some amounts, it makes then sense to rather pay the €2 instead of the 1.7%. So number 26 is also the account that I have experience with for, I don't know, 2.5 years now. Always work good. I'm happy with them, and I think their offer is pretty good. And there only is one bank left, and that's DKB. Here it's the last bank where you get a free Visa True credit card and a Giro card. So emphasis here is on the True credit card. There are no terms for, it's always a free account, but they distinguish between active and passive customers at other parts of their offer. So for the foreign currency fee here, there generally is no foreign currency fee if you are an active customer. If you are only a passive customer, then you have 2.2% in foreign currency fees. And that also comes here again in the money withdrawals with foreign currency fees. It's a really good offer. You have free and unlimited international money withdrawals. You only have to at least withdraw €50 or the equivalent each time. when you are an active customer. If you're a passive customer, you pay 2.2%, which is quite much. So how do you get an active customer? You get an active customer by having a minimum of 700 euro monthly inflow into your account. Yeah, that's how you stay an active customer. And for the first 6 months, I believe everybody is an active customer. So I would say if you are an active customer, that's a very good choice, DKB. And if you like credit cards, true credit cards, if you don't really like true credit cards, then not so much. But if you are only able to be a passive customer, then I wouldn't recommend DKB, because I think there would be better offers than this 2.2% foreign currency fee here. Yeah, so only DKB is great if you can stay active customer. If you can only be passive customer because you don't have this 700 euro monthly inflow, then rather go to something else like number 26, for example. So to finish things off here, I believe your best option or options are number 26, N26 or DKB if you want a true credit card. And so what do you actually need a true credit card for? Sometimes it's good to have a true credit card if you are booking a rental car, because they want to get some kind of deposit, or they want to block an amount on your card, and that's only possible with a true credit card. So that's the advantage of that. But I also hear that many people had the experience of being able to get a rental car with just a number 26 debit credit card. That was also fine. I don't really have own experience with that yet, but I can really recommend number 26, and the offer of DKB is also really nice. And if you want to go with number 26 after that, I invite you to use my referral code. You, do it by doing that. You and me, we both get a perk. Yeah, and that's it. Let me know if you have any questions, and you can actually do that. Ask me or the community in our Telegram group. You're welcome to join. We talk about memes, we help each other out, we talk about news, and we sometimes do voice chats, and you can contact me directly there as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you know or have an idea of which checking account to choose in Germany. And with that said, thank you very much for watching. See you next week, and remember, just be lekker. Bye bye.